Have you ever invested money, waited for months, even years, and felt like nothing is happening? Year one, almost no visible growth. Year two, still underwhelming. Year three, barely noticeable progress. And then suddenly, everything changes. The graph shoots up, the numbers start moving faster. It feels like your money woke up overnight. So what changed? Did the market suddenly become better? Did you suddenly become smarter? No, you simply crossed a hidden threshold that most people never reach. This is the illusion of compounding. In the beginning, it feels slow, almost broken, but once it kicks in, it becomes unstoppable. And today, I'm going to explain a simple concept, the 7531 rule, that reveals exactly when and why this shift happens. If you understand this, you will never quit investing too early again. The biggest problem is not compounding. The problem is how we think. Humans are wired to think in straight lines. If you put in effort, you expect proportional results. Work 1 hour, get 1 unit of output. Work 2 hours, get 2 units. But compounding doesn't work like that. It works exponentially. That means the real growth doesn't happen at the beginning, it happens later. Let's take a simple example. You invest $1,000 at a 10% annual return. Year one, $1,100. Year two, $1,210. Year three, $1,331. After 3 years, you've only gained $331. It feels small, almost disappointing. This is where most people lose interest, because effort feels high but reward feels low. So they stop. And that's exactly why they never experience real compounding. There's a phase in every compounding journey that almost no one talks about, the invisible phase. This is the stage where you are investing consistently, you are doing everything right, but results are almost invisible. Nothing exciting is happening. This phase is psychologically painful because your brain starts questioning everything. Is this even working? Should I try something else? Am I wasting time? But here's the truth. This phase is not wasted time. This is where the foundation is being built. Think of it like a bamboo tree. For years, nothing seems to grow above the surface, but underground, the root system is expanding. And once it's strong enough, the tree shoots up rapidly. Compounding works the same way. The early years are not about visible success. They are about building the base that will support future growth. Now let's talk about the core idea, the 7531 rule. This is a simple way to understand how wealth builds over time. In a typical long-term compounding journey, the first 7 years feel slow and insignificant. You might only see around 10% of your total eventual wealth. The next 5 years start to show progress. Growth becomes noticeable. The next 3 years are where acceleration begins. Your money starts growing faster than your contributions. And the final 1 year is where explosive growth happens. A disproportionate amount of wealth is created at the end. In many cases, nearly 70 to 80% of total gains come in the later stage. This is why compounding feels slow at first, because most of the reward is delayed, and most people quit before they ever reach it. Let's be honest. The reason most people fail at investing is not lack of knowledge, it's lack of patience. People start with good intentions. They invest for a few months, then they start comparing. Someone else made faster money. Someone else picked a better stock. Someone else doubled their investment. And suddenly, long-term investing feels boring. Then the market drops. Fear kicks in, they panic, they stop investing, or worse, they withdraw. And when things improve, they start again from zero. This cycle repeats. Start, stop, restart. Every time they reset, they lose the compounding effect because compounding rewards consistency, not intensity. There comes a moment in every compounding journey where everything changes, the turning point. This is when your returns start exceeding your contributions. Let's say you invest $5,000 per year. In the early years, your returns might be just a few $100s, but after enough time, your portfolio might generate 7,000, 10,000, even more in a single year. At that point, your money is doing more work than you are. This is when compounding becomes visible, and this is where momentum builds. But here's the catch. This moment only comes to those who stay long enough. So how do you survive the hardest part, the beginning? First, stop focusing on results. In the early years, results will always look small. Instead, focus on consistency. Second, automate your investments. When decisions are removed, emotions have less control. Third, measure progress differently. Don't just look at returns. Track how much you are investing regularly. Track how long you've stayed consistent. Fourth, understand the timeline. If you expect fast results, you will always be disappointed. But if you expect slow growth at the start, you will stay calm. And finally, remind yourself, the goal is not quick wins. The goal is to reach the phase where compounding takes over. Compounding is not slow. It just appears slow in the beginning because the real rewards are backloaded. The 7531 rule is a reminder that the early years test your patience, the middle years test your consistency, and the final years reward your discipline. Most people never fail because compounding doesn't work. They fail because they quit before it starts working. So the next time you feel like nothing is happening, remember this. You might just be in the phase where everything is being built. And if you stay long enough, you won't just see growth. You'll experience acceleration. That's when compounding stops feeling slow and starts feeling unstoppable.